Tundama is an animated fictional film based on the life of the chieftain Tundama, who was the ultimate hero of the Muisca resistance against the Spanish invasion. At this moment, we are in production. We already have many locations and some characters, but we still have to develop some textures, some movements, and some physical things to improve. Tundama is a 3D film approximately 80 minutes in length. We are studying the possibility of doing it in stereoscopic 3D. It has some very cool things. The colors that we use, the renders, the amount of particle systems to recreate the grass, to recreate the trees. It has many important things that I know will captivate the public. We made many drawings which, after classifying and looking at them later, added changes and did some additional mixing. Later, we added texture treatments, colors. We added the fabrics, the bone system, and the facial rigging, so that way they can gesticulate and speak in a more complex system than the one used before in a previous short film by Diego called The Last Zaque. We implemented a system of fabric simulation on the hair and the costumes of the characters, which allows us to see in real time the behavior of these fabrics. Nevertheless, in the development of the film, we will improve other aspects of the characters, such as the simulation of their hair and some textures in their skin. We use Blender as our main tool because it is very powerful software and it has many useful qualities. We are also developing software which allows us to make translations to the native language of the Muisca people, taking into account the existing writings on this topic. While working on the audio portion, we discovered something very cool. Diego found a very big, old and rusty door, so we returned with a microphone to begin capturing unique sounds. With Edison and the team, we did many things to the door to get different sounds. We hit the door with various objects, and we slowly moved it just right to create an ominous grinding, scraping sound. We were able to produce many spectacular sounds which are easily usable in any film production. The fact of doing it in the native language of the Muisca people, in Muiscubun, makes it difficult to feel the emotions of a language that is extinct, a language that we do not know. Being able to express those feelings in a totally foreign language for us is a bit complicated and is one of the biggest challenges for us.
Hearing what the character is feeling at that moment in another language and transporting ourselves to that specific time in history is a rewarding experience. I know it will be a great success, and I hope we will continue exploring with more characters.
I have been exploring with electronic music for 17 years, exploring with different melodies, and for the production of this film, I used a melody with very simple chords, but it is very emotional. I added great percussion instruments that make it sound big and aggressive, and giving it that masterful touch that has the music of movies, the music of trailers. We were in Tundama in a very important study capturing voices and the wind. We went with that concept because the time of Tundama is dark, in which the moon illuminates the path. So we did the translation of those words to Muiscubun. We invite you all to enjoy the film both visually and audibly, which is what we want. And we are achieving a standard of quality where we will provide the audience with superb audio quality. You will hear a lot of things such as effects, sounds of war, screams. So many thanks to Daga Media for inviting us and keeping us in mind to perform all the audio mixing and mastering of this great movie. I hope you continue with us along this path. Making a film is a very complex process full of challenges, but those challenges are what motivate us to continue and persevere. Finally, the audience is the most important part in the making of this kind of project, and we can't finish this without you. So, we invite you all to join us, to support us by sharing and following us in this process, and with your financial support, you can be a part of the making of this epic historical film.